What's going on, guys? It's your boy K-Aus, aka the Mud Drafts Qualifier. I'm bringing you guys a great game today. I'm playing Young Kiv. That's his gamer tag up, or the PSN in the top right. This was what I thought was going to have to be, excuse me, my last game of qualifying. It ended up not being that, but that's a story for Twitch. So if you guys want to hear that, you guys can come check me out on Twitch. But this was a crazy game. This was at like 5 a.m. I had to leave the next day to go out of town for the next 4 days. So I had to be at like a high enough point where it would keep me there for the next 4 days. So super nervous game, almost like a single limb game. Playing obviously a great player, last year's champion. And I'm going to do a full game commentary over it. So this is Mutt Drafts, obviously. In Mutt Drafts, my favorite defense right now is Big Nickel over G. And with that, and starting sometime next week, I will be bringing you guys ebooks on offense and defense. I'm stopping my sub ebooks on Twitch, and I'm going to be selling them to you guys on here. So you guys just keep an eye out for that, both my offense and my defense. My defense will be 3-3-5 odd, and it'll include the nickel over G that I run in Mutt Drafts, because I think I'm going to run that some in Mutt as well. So just keep an eye out for that as well. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. So first play, he just comes out with a run, picks up about 9. The way I like to run this is I like to baseline press, so I need to be able to set up quickly so that I can move my guys back and like back a little bit and just move them around. Right there, he throws the ball right at my deep third. Perfect adjustment by me, and just doesn't get rewarded. I thought that was a pick for sure. He's running this like trio Falcon, trio Panther. I like this formation as well. So what I was doing against it a lot was making this kind of cover 6 shell with a deep half, deep third, and deep quarter. He was getting a running back at the tight end spot, so I had to be mindful of him bombing. I didn't want to put if I put 2 deep quarters, a deep quarter from the safety, a deep quarter on the outside, he couldn't have bombed me, but it wouldn't have played in the middle of the field the way it did on that streak where he kind of agged me. So I wanted that deep third. I didn't want a deep quarter from Kraus. So I was moving my deep quarter back a little bit just so Barkley couldn't bomb him on the outside. But he had 2 really good running backs, so that helped him a lot for his the way he liked to run his offense, essentially. Right here, he gets nice blocking. The running back picked up my blitzer, and he just fits in a nice dot over the top. So that was a nice read by him, and he's having a nice drive. This trio Falcon and trio Panther is actually really, really good. So it's a lot like Trips tight end. Has a lot of the same plays. If that is what he's in, I'm pretty sure that's what he's in. It's not. I don't think it's Trey Y flex, because he has a corner out play from the tight end that's pretty good. But we'll determine it later in the video. But regardless, that trio Falcon has pace lock corner, which is very good. It's got like a shot wheel. It's got dagger, which is similar to counter go in a way. And it's got, I mean, obviously it's got verticals. And then it's got a corner out play from the tight end that gets underneath deep quarters. But it's quick, so it's like really, really good against hard flats. It's tough to stop, to be honest with you, especially in Mutt Drafts. But when I have over G, anything's possible. So right here, he's inside our goal line. We're really, really hoping to hold him to 3 here. If you hold him to 3 after a long drive like this, that's definitely a win. Every single time. The red zone's tough for both people, to be honest, especially in Mutt Drafts, so it's harder for offense. So you don't want to give up 7 down here when they don't have their money plays from their own playbooks, which is what most people have their red zone from. You want to be able to hold them down here. So right here, I'm manning up a lot of people, and I'm over there using the tight end, and I honestly think I picked that if I don't stop. That's all my fault. I don't know why I stopped. You could see I was literally all over that corner route. But for some odd reason, I just stopped, right? Like right as he was throwing it. It's like the worst possible timing ever. I'm running with it the whole time. He decides to throw it. I decide to stop and guard nothing. Maybe I was afraid of him running with his quarterback or something. I don't know. Maybe I was afraid of another route that just wasn't coming. I honestly don't know, but regardless, we're down 7-0, and we're gonna have to fight back. So I had played him earlier in the night, and he had blown me all the way out. So to be completely honest with you, I'm not feeling too great right now, down 7-0. especially when I probably should have held him to 3 or gotten a pick right there. Which, like earlier in the drive against the deep third when he threw that seam streak, I probably should have had a pick. And then if my user wasn't awful, I probably should have had a pick down there. But you do see I have trips tight end, which earlier in the night I did not have when he blew me out. So that gives me a little bit more confidence. So we'll see how it goes. I don't have Pat's trips tight end, so I don't have Pat's wide post, but I do have X-Spot and I have a lot of other good plays. Something about trips tight end is it's really, really good against over G compared to other formations, and I can give you that reason why in a future video. But right there, I threw a straight lurk. I'm not gonna lie, straight lurk, bad read by me. We'll move past it. Call it even. He threw a bad read on a seam streak. I threw a bad read there. We'll call it even. We'll move past it, and we'll try to call up some dots. I'm going to end up playing pretty solid the rest of the game. But like I said, I'll give you guys a future video of why trips tight end is actually pretty solid against over G, especially in MUT drafts later on. And it's going to be a way to help a lot of your formations. Right here, we throw the crosser to Will Fuller, and he's not going to get checked on that. Man-to-man, not checking it. I refuse to believe it. I'm going to get a lot of those rack ags later today, and you guys are going to see a lot of them. So just be prepared for that. From his over G, him and his friends like to do a lot of cross man and straight man just all the way across the field. Just everyone's getting manned up, especially in MUT drafts is what they like to do. I would imagine they would do it in MUT too if they played it because it's really, really good in MUT. But as you can see, like I didn't catch that right there, but that's because the safety hit me. The man-to-man itself is not checking these routes. P-slot corner especially is really, really good with that little break that it has to beat these crossmans. So this honestly helped me for MUT too because I struggle versus this in MUT. You just got to figure out where the routes are that are going to beat these man-to-man. So right here, I noticed he was getting a little bit adjusty, and I wanted to make sure he doesn't take his deep blue off here, and I could beat him deep. As you can see, I got him clicked onto the corner on the outside to keep him from getting bombed. But he breaks back off of it. I was surprised he did that. I threw the post thinking there's no way he breaks off that fade because it's going to be a touchdown. But good play by him. He knocked it out. But as you can see, I'm starting to kind of get a rhythm for what he's doing. I saw he was taking the deep blue off. I move a fade over. I know he's cross-managed, so I'm putting that post and that corner route on PA slot corner I'm leaving as well because they both really do a good job against man. Right here, he cross-mans Julio Jones. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. Touchdown, Julio. So, right there, as he's been doing all game, he's been cross-manning. Julio's a really good receiver. I just streaked him, pass led it way outside because he was trying to get across the field to him. And we get a touchdown over the top. So, 7-7, we answered. After our first read, we looked real comfortable. Hit my crosser, hit my post, hit my outside fade. Just felt really good after that first drive. So, happy with the way that drive ended, and we're going to try to get a stop now. So, first drive, he drove rather easily, but I felt like we started to get a rhythm for what he was doing by the end of it. We just got to make sure we back all of our guys off and don't give up that bomb to Barkley. And I think we'll be okay. So, right here, I like to use in my corner a lot against this trips. I'm not really sure why. I just feel like it's good to use him. He's fast, and he's it keeps them from being able to know, like, they have to pay attention to my D-line, essentially. I don't want to give away too much on the blitz because, like I said, it's going to be in my ebook next week. But it keeps them on their toes. I'll leave it at that. But you guys see, I went to aggressive. My guy jumps but doesn't go all the way off sides. That's been happening a lot in MUT drafts from several formations. So I'm going to just stay on aggressive a lot of the game and just hope that my guys just don't go off sides. Right there, we did a good job against the run and blow that up. But I am going to go off it since he just, like, once I see him fake hiking and my guy doesn't jump, I'm going to chalk that up as a win. Okay, I got to play on aggressive for free. Then I take it off, put it back on later. I don't want to give him the free 5 yards. I'm going to make him keep guessing on the fake hike. So I'll probably put it back on a couple plays later and then just make him work again. Just to try to get him to jump because it's really, really hard to get people to jump. Right there, he throws a straight pick. My first guy just goes for the tackle. So instead of picking it, bounces off his helmet. We get the tip peg. We take it all the way back to his red zone. They called pass interference. I haven't seen that all year. I don't know what that was. It was an awful read by him right at my player. My guy jumped it. It bounces off his head. My next guy picks it. He takes it almost to the crib, and he gets a free play out of it, guys. I don't know what that was. I haven't seen it all year. I was very pissed. I'm thinking, what is going on? I just worked super hard for a pick and just couldn't get it. So regardless, I guess it worked out. And I think after I seen that play right there, that I'm pretty sure he wasn't in Trio Panther. He was actually in Gun Tray Y Flex, which is just like, it's the same exact alignment to me as Trio Panther, but the corner route's different. So after I said on that, I changed my mind on him being in Trio Panther. But Gun Tray Y Flex is also a very, very good formation because it has, and right there, like, I don't know what's going on. He's in a clear sack, and he gets out with your flag against 5 yards. This is where I'm like, yo, I'm getting cheated out of my mind. I don't know what's going on. But Gun Tray Y Flex is also very, very solid. It's got dagger. It's got level sail, which is very, very good play. It's got a corner route from SE corner. It can turn into a post when you motion it. It's a good post. So it's got a lot of good plays too. I use that when I'm in this type of book. So right here, he draws up a nice little play with a hitch. I actually like that, but I'm all over it, and he gets a sack. So he probably should be kicking a field goal right now after the last play when he broke that sack. But hey, it is what it is. We're going to try to hold him to a field goal anyways. Things aren't really going our way, but we'll be all right. We'll keep fighting. As long as I have a book I'm comfortable on offense, I could always play good defense, and I'll be comfortable when like fighting in the game. So right here, he flips bunch, so it caused me to flip my adjustments back. But we were able to do it quick enough. He doesn't have a great bunch book, and we know that. Otherwise, he would be in bunch the whole game. So we've kind of figured verticals there, and we blow it up. So 3rd and 18 here. Right now, I'm just going to think, okay, we better not give up a first down. Just play super, super safe. If he kicks 3, another win for us. It'll be 10-7. We can go get points before half. It's our ball at half. We'll be in prime position to win the game. So that's cool with me. I'm not tripping if we give up 3 here. Just try not to give up more than like 16, 17 yards. Don't make it like 4th and inches. Just give up 10. Make a tackle. Make him kick his field goal. Go to live another day. Right there, he ran the PA crossers play with this like little triangle post. Picks up 7. Perfect. Kick a field goal. So now that we've confirmed he's in Gun Tray Y Flex, what we're kind of thinking is, okay, he doesn't have quite as much to his disposal as he would if he was in Trio Panther or Trio Falcon, so we don't have to worry about quite as much. And we can kind of just work on stopping the limited plays that he does have. Because we don't have to worry about like PA slot corner, where you have a post and a corner at the same time. We don't have to worry about shot wheel, because they only have dagger. So both of them have dagger, but the one Gun Tray Y Flex doesn't have shot wheel, so we don't have to worry about like that. So it's just worried about a crosser from one spot, really. So it's good things to have. It's good things to know when playing a game, what you have to stop. So right here, we're going back to PA slot corner. Probably my favorite play against his cross-banding defense that he likes to do, especially with a motioned over fade like this, because the post is going to get over everything. Right here, you're going to see cross-mans my post, and we're going to rack ag that or just catch it clean. Autogram throws out of bounds. I really did feel like I was getting unlucky in this game. I knew I threw the one bad lurk on the first play, but after that, I just felt like everything was going his way, so I was getting a little frustrated, but like I told you guys earlier, I was treating this like a single limb game. I was giving this my entire all. It was 5 a.m. I had to leave the next day, and I had to win this game, because at the start of this game, I believe I was 83, which I did not think was going to cut it for 4 days. I needed to get higher. Right there, I was going to try to rack ag him, but he gets a shed. So that's a tough break for us there. Next play here, 3rd and 22. We're trying to get about half back. That's all I'm thinking. Probably just hoping he gives me a drag or something. So right here, nothing happens. He boxes me. Regardless, we're going to punt the ball away, 4th and 33. I do feel like I've been playing good defense. I felt like on both drives we had pick opportunities. In fact, I know we did. First drive, he threw at my middle safety. He whiffs and catches it. Second drive, he did throw a pick, and we get a pass interference. So Um, I feel like I'm playing good defense. I'm okay with this punt. I just need to figure out my offense, make sure. I honestly felt like offense was good too. He got a shed when I was about to pass the ball, and I had an overthrow on a wide open pass. So I'm not really too worried about either side of the ball here. We just have to punt the ball and get a stop. Right here, I'm thinking we have to play a little bit more aggressively though at some point, because we kind of do have to force a turnover. You don't want to give up so many points. So I am going to send my linebacker right here, as you guys can see. We're setting 5. And I'm worried about the one side of the field myself. I am back on aggressive. My guy on the fake hike didn't go off again. And he throws a nice corner route. We just couldn't get there with Kraus, but he couldn't get his feet down either. I really thought I was going to get there with Kraus. I thought he had to throw that a tad bit early. But that's cool. Not worried about that. We got pressure and we forced him to throw the ball a little bit earlier than he needed to. Did what we needed to do. We're on aggressive and we didn't jump, so that's another free win for us. Setting 5 again. Like I said, I had to play a little bit more aggressive here. I got to get a stop. I just have to. I don't want to give up anything before half. And right there, we deep quartered. That's exactly why I was deep quartering. So I didn't want to. I was worried about the bomb a little bit. So that's why I was backing it up. But I didn't want to change it from a deep quarter to a deep third, because I did not want to give up that crosser. And right there, it pays off perfectly. We finally get our pick, and we're in business. So it's 10-7. If we go get points before half, especially if we get 7, we are in prime position to win this game, because it's our ball at halftime. So right here, we're leaving our corner out, we're leaving our post, and like I told you guys all day, I'm rack-agging it. The guy is not sticking him. You guys have seen it 4 times now. The guy just has not stuck with him, and that's Will Fuller, 90 speed. That's not even a great player. That's easily my worst wide receiver. So I'm not worried about that pass at all. I'm going to make it every single time, and we're kind of just going to have a battle of wills. He wants to stick with his cross man. I want to stick with my rack ag. We'll see which one pays off. Right here, we go to the draw. And I kind of discovered right there that his defense was a little bit weak against the draw. Because that wasn't even close. I didn't have to make any running moves or anything. I just had wide open lanes. And I'm going to note that later when I have to run the ball some more. That draw was really, really successful, and I'm going to live with that later on. But that's perfect spot. He doesn't call timeout, so I'm clocking. I don't want to give him the ball back. I would love for this at halftime to either be 10-10 or 14-10. Don't want to give him a chance to get any more points. And if we can do that, get the ball at half, I think we're in prime position to win the game. So I'm going to call draw again here with a motion. And as you can see, another wide open lane, which is perfect. We pick up about 9 yards, 2nd and inches. And he doesn't call a timeout again. I was surprised by that. I thought he would try to call timeout just in case I scored the next play. But I actually end up calling timeout simply because with 26 seconds, I have at least 2 more plays. If I do kick a field goal, it's going to take 4 seconds. I needed Tariq Cohen to not be tired. He was my only running back, and he was exhausted, and I needed to run the ball to clock him. So I let it run for about 5 to get at this 26 mark, and then I was going to run it again. And I wanted to make sure I had time for a touchdown if I did get this first down, the 2nd and inches. He showed he wasn't going to call timeouts, so that's fine. And right there, we run the ball. And as you can see, now I'm going to call timeout. See, now I have 3 runs. He can't possibly stop me from clocking him out. So I'm just worried about myself getting 7 now. I'm not worried about his timeouts anymore. When he had 3, when it was first down, I was going to let the clock run a little bit. That's why I let it run down to 26. Now, he can't possibly stop me from clocking him. So I'm just going to run the ball 3 times. Whatever happens, happens. If I score a touchdown, I get a touchdown. If I get a field goal, I get a field goal. But I'm not allowing him to stop me. So, 18 seconds, I'm fine with that. There's not enough time for him to really do too much. But right here, we're going to go to one of our favorite red zone plays. You guys see me running all the time from trips tight end, PA shot wheel. And we throw it up to Julio, and Julio does a Julio-like thing. So he gets 14 seconds, which I'm perfectly fine with. Like I said, I wanted to try to get 7 right there, but I didn't want to leave him much time. I'd say 14 is really, really, really good. Now, if I had more timeouts, so if I had all my timeouts, I would have 1,000,000% ran the ball again. And then on 3rd down and goal, probably called timeout with 9 seconds. And then I would have passed the ball once. If I got it, great. If I didn't, then he gets the ball with 2 seconds. But I didn't have any more timeouts, and I didn't want to like risk anything. And of course, we got up a huge kickoff return. Shocker. The wind's against me. I sky kick it. It's in bounds. Barkley makes a huge play. So what I'm thinking is, all right, just try not to give up 3 because he's not in a field goal yet. But if we do give up 3, like, whatever. Just don't give up 7. So right here, I'm just trying not to give up anything short. I really don't want to give him a field goal, so I'm trying not to give up anything short. And we get to the quarterback. Perfect. Awesome. 3 seconds left. Now I can go 2-man under and just go to half. So I go to 2-man under, right? For some reason, I don't move out Krause. You guys can see he's inside. But my guys backed off on 2-man under. You guys can see that. My guys are backed off. My safety's just not far back, and it's Krause, so he's kind of slow. And you guys are going to see what happens next. Krause gets burnt to next week. He's got Tyreek Hill, and we give up a touchdown. And right now, I'm literally imitating the same face that I had in the middle of the game. I had played great John Madden football. I played great defense the whole game. Drop picks, pass interference calls, whatever. I had fought through it all to be up 14-10 at halftime, getting ball with a chance to go up 2 possessions. And I give it all away between a kick return and Tyreek Hill beating me deep for a touchdown. So I'm down 16-14. He missed the extra point, luckily for me. But I'm sick to my stomach right now in this game because, like I said, this is a single limb game versus a great player. I played a great half of football, and just not moving out Paul Krause in a 2-man under, backed off, beats me deep for a touchdown, and it hurts. So regardless, we get ball. So if we go get 7, we'll be all right. If we go get 3, we'll take the lead. Like, we'll be okay. We can still fight. The game's not over by any stretch, but it could have been a lot different. Regardless, you guys can see here, he went to nickel normal because I guess he felt like he wasn't doing a good job in over G, so he changed up his defense. Right there, he almost got a pick, but that's because I got hit as I threw. That wasn't who I was throwing to. I guess he deserved a pick there because it hit him in the hands, but he got a bad timing drop pick. But I'm telling, like, I was throwing to the open receiver, so it's kind of like when you get hit as you throw and you're throwing to an open receiver, who's the one really getting lucky? It's the guy who's getting the hit of the quarterback and it goes straight to him, or is it the man who drops the pick? So I don't know. You guys can determine it. If it's lucky, it's lucky, whatever. I'm not going to trip on it. I was throwing to an open receiver, so he's still in nickel normal. He sent 6 right here. We hit our drag, pick up a few there. Like I said, I guess he didn't feel comfortable in his over G anymore. I was doing a good job against it, rack-agging him for my posts, making him respect my corner route on the opposite side. So I guess he's switching it up. Right here, he goes back to over G. I guess in the long down situation, he wanted to stay in it. But that's okay. Regardless of whatever he wants to do, I'm going to go back to my favorite play against the PA slot corner. And we have our tight end wide open, and we're going to cut up field. So good play right there. We'll pick up a first down, move the chains. We're playing really, really well. We're 6 for 11. And a couple of those incompletions were drops right as we were catching it. Like, they just got good knockout animations, good hit sticks on the catch, which were pretty much open receivers. So I'm happy with the way we're playing right now. We're moving the ball. We're almost to midfield. So he goes back to nickel normal here. He's doing a good job mixing up now, and I'm going to go to probably my favorite nickel normal play. He baseline presses. I don't know if he noticed it or not, but he did. His cloud did play deeper, so I ended up just taking my flat. Maybe he knows something I don't. Usually when there's a cloud there, that fade gets over, and that was a cloud or a soft squat, one or the other. However, it just went back really far, and I didn't have my fade open. So good job by me not throwing that, because I usually auto-throw it. But regardless, he does move the guy out this time, so I want to say he probably thinks he got lucky. Right there, Allen Robinson. Going to catch that most of the time with an ag animation. He's got like 94 spec. So good catch by Allen Robinson there. I am going to switch him and Julio back, though, because Julio is better in that spot. But Allen Robinson does a good job as well. So right here, we're going back. He's going back to the over G. I'm dotting up his nickel normal. He's just mixing it up. I think when he started changing defenses, I started to feel like he was a little bit not flustered, but like he wasn't really feeling comfortable on defense getting stops. I felt like I was doing a good job, and he wasn't comfortable with what he was doing against it. But right there, he did a really good job. He decided to stop leaving the post man up before he'd been using the corner route and leaving the post cross man. That time right there, he decided to use the post himself and not man it up. So that was actually a good adjustment by him. So to kind of combat that, I motion fade this guy to make him respect it, making him deep half the other guy. When I make him put a deep blue on that side, it takes away either one man that he's cross manning or one man that he is straight manning. So when he does that, I was able to kind of figure out what I'm trying to say here is I'm not sure what I'm really trying to say, but it takes away one person he can really adjust with. That's really what I'm trying to say. When he has to put that other deep half, it's one person he can do less with, and it limits him on defense a little bit more. So that's why I wanted to motion over that fade a lot. Right there, we tried to catch him with his corner moved all the way in, but he manned up my outside guy, so I couldn't throw it. But we roll out of the pocket. It was a whole broken play, and we get a touchdown. So this has been a crazy game. It is 21-16 in the third quarter. Very, very, very easily could be 21-10. But regardless, we have to get a stop. We've been playing good defense, I felt like, all day. He has been playing pretty well, making pretty decent reads for the most part, but we forced a couple bad ones, so we're going to try our best to force one more. We're sending pressure. Late as the game went on, I started sending that 5 and started using that whole tight end running back side of the field myself. And that had a lot of success for me. Right there, he had a lot more time than I expected. Not really sure why, because I sent an extra 5th guy, and usually when you send that 5th guy, they don't have much time at all. But I was on balance, so that could have had something to do with it. Right here, I didn't get to change my vert hook to a hard flat, so I had to use the flat myself, and it gives him space to run. So good job by him. I'm going on aggressive now. He's getting too much time in the pocket. That's back-to-back plays. I didn't get really any sheds, and he got to kind of do whatever he wanted. So not liking that. We're going on aggressive here, and we're gonna try to make him work. We put a spy because he just ran. Wasn't gonna allow that again, and I think I realized when I just changed it back to a blitz that he had Joe Flacco, and I'm like, all right, if he's gonna run with Joe Flacco, we're gonna blitz him. So we put the spy back onto a blitz, forced a 3rd and 11 with a quick sack, aggressive, just making great plays for me. Just kind of playing defense for me in a way, right? You don't got to adjust if they sack him in 2 seconds. So right here, huge play, 3rd and 11. We gotta get off the field. And I put that guy in the left flat. Put him in clouds this time instead of hard flats. I have been playing hard flats. Right there, we weren't going to give up the crosser. I really thought we were going to just be able to click on, make a tackle, force a 4th down, and really make them sweat for it. Instead, Tyreek Hill, being probably the best receiver in MUT drafts, makes a play for him, picks up a 1st down. So, new set of downs for him. Good job by him to kind of convert there after a tough situation from the sack on 2nd. But we're going to try to do our job here, and we're going to send 5 again. I really felt like I probably should have sent 5 again on that 3rd and 11. I kind of regret that. If I got to redo that, I would have. Because I just feel like I could have covered the left side of the field myself. I didn't need that cloud flat out there, if that makes sense. I could have kind of baited between the drag crosser, given up the drag, made the tackle. Maybe doesn't even have time to go that long. So I kind of regret. That's probably my first big mistake on defense right there, to give up that 3rd and 11. I wish I would have only sent. I wish I would have sent 5 instead of 4. But right here, 2nd and 6. Pretty huge play here because he's right on the brink of field goal range. If he gets one more 1st down, he probably gets a field goal. So we're going to try to get a stop here. We played perfect defense on it. We have our yellow pushing, going with the drag all the way over to the hard flat. So we force a 3rd down. We're going on aggressive. The reason why I do that, 3rd and 6 is key. If it was 3rd and 5, I wouldn't go on aggressive because he does not get a 1st down off a fake hike. Since he can't, I'm gonna go aggressive for the 3rd and 6, and we're gonna try to get another stop. We're sending 5. As you can see, he goes, doesn't jump. I was getting a lot of luck with that all day. He fake hikes again. He gets a false start. That's a cheat. He got cheated right there. I'm on aggressive. My guy goes, doesn't jump. I didn't take it off because if he fake hikes again and gets me to jump, I'm cool with giving him the 5 yards back. We'll go back to 3rd and 6. We'll redo the down. But right here, as you guys can see, I learned from my mistake. As I told you guys, I should have sent 5 on that 3rd and 11 and lurked the whole tight end running back side myself. We do it, and as you can see, we get a sack. He max pro'd, didn't matter. We get a sack, 4th and 21, biggest play of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. We're up 5. We need to get off the field right here. So we're setting up our defense. We're going to make sure not to give up any bombs. As you can see, I didn't back the guy off on the right. I'm just not even going to worry about that side. The whole left side is mine. I deep half Kraus to make sure I didn't get beat deep. And he goes to a crosser and an in route. We're all over it, nothing doing, and we get ourselves a stop. We probably should have swatted that, but to be honest with you, I didn't want no weird stuff happening. If they whiff on the swat and he gets a catch or something crazy, didn't want it. So we got a pick. We're up 5. Honestly, this should be game. If I don't give up that touchdown before half, if I just back up Kraus, the game is literally over. It's 21-10, my ball, game cooked. He probably quits. It's one possession game, though. We're just going to try to clock out. Like I told you guys earlier, I love the way that draw looked, so I go back to it here. But he had manned the whole team, so it did a better job against it that time. It's pretty much just a mind game. If he doesn't man him, that draw is going to do well. If he does man him, it's not going to do well. So regardless, we go back to PA slot corner. Been our money play all day to help us against this cross man. And right here, we're just going to end up throwing that corner out. Just can't get our feet down. So I told you guys that post and that corner crush, man. If he takes that cloud off there, I'm going to get that corner out every single time. But he did have a cloud there, so I had to kind of wait just a second for the cloud to come down and didn't have time to get my feet set. We're going to motion over a fade here, a drag here, and leave our fade. And I told y'all all day, he couldn't check him on that. He just couldn't. I was going to trust it. It was going to be a battle of wills. Was he going to give it to me? He was going to give it to me. I just had to throw it. If I didn't throw it, it wouldn't be a catch because it doesn't really look open when I throw it. I just know he's passing him and then I'm going to get that catch. So regardless, great job there. We stay in bounds to keep that clock moving. We pick up a new set of downs and we guarantee ourselves a field goal. So great job there. We're just going to pretty much try to clock him out now. We go back to that draw, pick up a few. I'm cool with that. He's going to start calling timeouts. My goal here, number 1, no turnover. If I go up 8, he's got to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I've been playing awesome defense all day. I essentially gave him a free touchdown before half, and the game gave him a field goal when I had a pick, and I dropped a pick on his other touchdown drive. So I feel like I played good defense all day. So I'm honestly really cool with going up 8. That's not a problem for me. So I'm running the ball again. He doesn't call his second time out here, so we're going to go to the 2-minute warning. But honestly, like I keep saying, like right now, you just don't want to make a mistake. If you throw a pick or do something stupid, run into a hit stick and fumble, and give him the ball back down 5, it's really dumb play. The way you've been playing defense, you got to be cool with going up 8 here. Obviously, you want to get one more first down or a touchdown and put the game away 100%, which you'll do that if they give it to you. But if they don't give it to you, you can't force it. So right here, I go to my favorite red zone play, and nothing's open, so you're going to see just slide down. Run around, waste a little bit of clock, make him take his time out. Don't force anything. I can't throw anything there. I kind of wanted to throw my S-post, the one-on-one high ball, just see if I can go get it. But like I said, it'd be a stupid play. Even if I caught it, it'd be a stupid play. Just take your field goal, go up 8, make him put together a drive, which he hasn't shown the ability to do very often today. He has had some good passes, he's made good reads, stuff like that, but we've played good defense, so you got to make him work for this last drive. So right here, we kick off to Barkley. Of course, the win's against us again, but this time we don't let him go back all the way to the 50, so that's good. He's got a whole length of the field to go. We're going to play a little bit aggressive defense, but we're not going to give up the deep ball. We just got to make sure we send enough pressure to make it bother him, but not give up anything deep. So as you can see, I'm not pressing anymore, so I didn't have to even really back off my guy as much. And we're sending 5. So aggressive when it comes to aggressive when it comes to blitzing, but when I'm with my zones, I'm playing them farther back. And as you guys can see there, remember earlier I had a deep quarter pick off his crosser. I changed it to a deep third. The reason for that is because Barkley could beat him deep if it's a deep quarter, and I didn't want to give that up. And you can see it again. It's a deep third on the left now, so he's going to go back with Barkley. It's not going to let him go over the top. I'm playing bend but no break defense while usually sending 5. Right there, he hits a nice little post across the middle. That's the one we had the pick on earlier. A guy just didn't jump it quite as well, probably because I didn't move him down. Right here, we're going to go to aggressive. So that was a good dot by him. So clock's running, but he's putting together a pretty good drive. Like I said, I'm not pressing anymore. Changing my defense a little bit just to make sure I don't give up any deep balls. I want to make him work. The last thing you want to do here is give him like a fade over the top that just beats everybody deep. And right there, he gets a great play to the corner route. I don't know who my user was, but I just couldn't get back there. I saw the play from the entire time it developed, but I just couldn't get out there. And that's a good job by him. It's a perfect play call. It gets him out of bounds, and it picks up a huge chunk of yards. That's one thing I really can't give up. Like, I know I saw it from the beginning of the play, and I tried to get over there, but I need to just put myself pre-play in a position where I do not give that up at all. So that's my mistake. That's on me, and I need to be better. Because if I don't give up that corner route, I just make him throw his drags, throw his in, stay in bounds the whole time. He's not gonna have an easy drive. Like, he's gonna have to dink and dunk, take a lot of time. And I just can't give that up. So that's a bad mistake by me, and it gives him a good chance to get a touchdown. To be honest, he doesn't have to worry about the clock anymore. He's inside my 10-yard line. He doesn't have to worry about the clock. He's really just playing to get his touchdown. I personally am going to start calling timeouts as the defense because, like I said, the clock does not matter to him at all. He's not going to run out of time. If he just has to call his plays fast, do whatever, he's not going to run out of time. He's going to have enough time to score. It's whether or not he does score. So if he does score, I want to have time to try to go get a field goal. So I start calling my timeouts now. I'm all over the runs here. I'm manning up everybody. I had that vert hook on the left in case he does something to quickly beat man with more. And I'm remembering that corner route he threw from this formation, from Smith. So if he goes back to it, I'm on that. I know that's my responsibility. Right there, he goes to the run. We do a good job with our man-up defender shooting the gap, and we tackle him before the first down. So 3rd and inches here. He's probably sweating a little bit because it would have been nice to get a 1st and 10 there and not have to worry about it. He could just run the ball twice more and just take all my timeouts and end the game. But 3rd and inches isn't bad either. Just runs the ball, and if he does get the first down, he can clock me the same exact way. But if he doesn't, then he starts to sweat. So not a bad spot for either of us as far as this 3rd and inches or versus the 1st and 10. But right here, you guys can see if he does pass the ball, I have hook curls for either corner route. I have seen him pass the ball from goal line before in the past, so I was ready for it. Right there, we make the tackle in the backfield. That was going to be the exact scenario I told you guys about. It was going to go to the 4th down. He was going to have to sweat it. And he was going to have to draw up his favorite play from like a 4th and 1, 4th and 2 situation, which is very difficult, which is why I told you that 3rd and inches was actually important. But Barkley drags me for a first down. So now he's in prime position. I can't stop the clock anymore. I'm out of timeouts. He's probably just going to run the ball. And if he doesn't get in, like right there, I'm full clocked. He's got a timeout. It's going to be, does he score and get his 2-point conversion and we go to overtime? Or does he score and not get his 2-point conversion, I win the game? That's all it's going to come down to. And right here, he goes to the fullback dive, and he scores. So now, I'm thinking, honestly, he's going to run the ball. That's really what I think. He showed me his kind of 2-point play earlier from his corner route that he threw me. And I think he's just going to run the ball now because he knows I know his play. So that's what I expect, honestly. So we're cross-manning our guys. I know I have to lurk that corner route. I'm thinking I'm lurking nothing but that corner route if he passes. But if he runs, I'm trying to shoot the gap. He motions out the running back. That was perfect for me. I said, thank you. I was so happy he did that. I knew he had to pass then, and I knew his play. And he actually has a guy wide open. He overthrows it. We'll take it. Unbelievable game. We tried to get the onside kick, but great play call by him. He did get his guy open, but I was happy he motioned the guy out because I was worried about the run. And when he did that, I wasn't worried about the run anymore. But regardless, we win the game. we're thinking that we're qualified. I'll show you guys the ranking. I do go through it on camera after this, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. It was an awesome game. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. If we get 150 likes, I'll give you guys more full game commentaries like this, where I kind of go in depth on what I'm thinking. And just remember, as I said at the beginning of the video, be on the lookout. I'm going to be dropping a defensive and an offensive ebook on here. The links will be in the description starting next week. But it's going to include trips tight end on offense. It's all my stuff on that. And then it's going to be 3-3-5 odd and a little bit of big nickel on defense. Not a ton of big nickel, just kind of what I'm doing in my drafts. But, man, awesome game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if I can do anything better as far as full game commentaries. If you guys want to hear the story of why I had to play more games after this, make sure you guys check out the Twitch. I'll be streaming tonight. So you guys can see we're ranked 60. Pretty awesome, but you guys take it easy. Peace.